Hey, this is Jordan from All Us Geeks, and today is the release day for WizKid's new dice game, Avengers vs. Avengers, Dice Masters. So I'm going to take a look, do a little unboxing here, and open a few boosters. Give you a first look at what the game has in store. Alrighty, I've opened the boxes already, just so you didn't have to see me struggling with their super tape sealing this. But this is the box. It's got your standard Marvel artwork on there. We got the Avengers and the X-Men, some promo cards and previews of the cards and dice, Cap on one side, Cyclops on the other. This was really not a particularly gripping comic story, but WizKids has been putting a lot of work into pimping it as much as they can in clicks and now in dice. So take a look at it here. We've got the standard rule book. It's giving you everything you need to know about the game. It's laid out well. It's got good pictures of the dice, of the cards, and right in the center it's got your playmat diagram. You can just keep this propped open. You can track your life down here if you got little token counters. It tells you how everything works within the game, where your dice are going, and after you've used them or as you're using them. And then it goes on through with more rules and keywords. And then finally it's got a little glossary and turn order, or actions per turn I should say, on the back page. It's a pretty good book. If you've watched any of the other gameplay videos on there, we're not doing those today, but if you've watched any of the gameplay videos, this will be pretty straightforward. It's a good book as far as that goes. And I think this will be really helpful until people have their actions totally memorized. Then on to the componentry itself. It's got a little clamshell box. And here's my first complaint, and maybe my only complaint. This, unlike Warriors where they give you those nice felt bags, straw bags, we have a couple dollar store lunch bags here. This is ridiculous. I know the price point on this game is inexpensive, even if you're getting it full MSRP, but they really could have done something else for this. This is, maybe it would have exploded their packaging, because I got to admit, this is a nice compact package, but no, this is to my mind unacceptable, and I'll be getting a dice cup, or using my Warriors bags, or any of the other, Crown Royal bags that I've got laying around, or something like that, because these are just silly. After that, get into the cards, and again, I've opened these already. It comes with a handy-dandy checklist, and it's broken down by common, uncommon, rare, and super rare. Checklist starts at 35, so I assume there's 34 cards in the starter. It's broken down 35 to 64 are your commons, 65 to 98 by the looks of it are uncommons, 99 to 128 are the rares, and then there are 4 super rares from 129 to 133. So harkens back to my days collecting hockey cards. Checklists were always the best part of the set for me, because I like to check the boxes. I only got 20 boosters. We're not going to put that much money into this game. Even if I wanted to get a whole case, 60 boosters has an MSRP of under 60 bucks, because their MSRP is 99 cents, and that'll get you 2 dice and 2 cards. So price point I think is pretty cool on this. For the MSRP on the starter, you get a lot of dice here. Big stack of cards, a lot of dice. It is the sidekick dice, and then the hero and villain dice. These are the same custom dice style as in Warriors, and they are, I think, pretty much the same quality, maybe a little bit better. Here's a Captain America die, here's a Spider-Man die, or possibly a Black Widow, probably Spider-Man. It's custom dice on each side, a symbol, resources, and as with Warriors, it's got, purchase cost and its strength and defense. Unlike Warriors, which is pretty static into an attack, this is a game that's going to allow for both attack and defense. So you're not just going to put out a monster, and if it kills something, it kills something, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. There's slightly more of a decision-making tree here. And then it's got, in the cards, it's got your explanation of the various dice types. And then, this kind of reminds me of the Upper Deck Marvel Legendary back, only it says Dice Masters instead of Legendary. But then you've got all the starting cards here. So Beast, Captain America, Hulk, Human Torch, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Storm, Thor, and then some, in Warriors, what would be spells, you know, some effects here, distraction, some focus, force beam, gearing up, stuff like that. The artwork on these cards, I think, is pretty solid. I'll try to get a close-up on some of these, and hopefully WizKids doesn't hit me with a cease and desist. Here's a Beast. You know, here's an Iron Man. And as with Warriors, you know, it's got each ability, it's got what dice side it should have, and then it's got its cost, and in this case it's also got an affiliation. You know, here's Force Beam. So again, this is Avengers and X-Men themed, coming out of that mini-series from last year. They've got a Wolverine in the X-Men set already scheduled for later this spring-summer, and then an Injustice DC set out of the Injustice Gods Among Us comic and video game probably this fall. So I'm looking forward to the DC set. I'm more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy. But I'm very excited in general about this game, and I'm hoping to get in a lot of good plays. So I'm just going to pause here really quick, open up some of these boosters, excuse me, and then show you my initial break. Alrighty, so I've quick opened up my my boosters here, and now I'll just do a quick reveal. They at least made an attempt with Dice Masters to protect their cards a little bit more. With their HeroClix gravity feeds, with their little boxes they come in, they're just bending the cards around the figure, so all your cards come out of those boxes. The gravity feeds, really just pre-mangled. They made an attempt putting in a blank piece of cardstock. It's pretty much the same thing that I think their cards are printed on. It doesn't do a lot to deter damage, as you can see. Just looking at that, maybe you can, maybe you can't. All the cards are coming out kind of warped already, but still in a much better condition than the HeroClix gravity feeds. So first booster, and every booster comes with 2 dice and 2 cards. I got Storm and a Mystique, and I'm really liking the looks of these dice. The mix between the translucent and the solid, and good coloring. Here's some even more warped cards. That's easily visible. But Rogue and Captain America. So getting some big hitters there. And then over here we've got Colossus, one of my favorite, and Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. And these cards are just getting worse and worse. You can see, you know, they don't even sit straight. They're rocking back and forth. So this is definitely something I'm going to be putting in a book to hold down for a while. Try to get them flattened out a little bit. Then I've got different Mystique, and possibly the same. Yeah, Mystique Unknown, and then a Wolverine. So this is a collectible game, so there is going to be some repetition, but I split a booster case with 2 friends, so I'm sure we're going to end up with plenty of doubles that we will be able to trade amongst ourselves. Like I said, it's an inexpensive game, but I don't do collectability that much, so I'm definitely not going to put any more money than what I have into this game. I got Venom and the Thing, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. And again, these dice, this Venom die is awesome. You know, the black die with just a face etched on one side. I think that's pretty darn sweet right there. And then we've got another thing and a vibranium shield. So I got Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield so far. And the dice are generally looking pretty good so far. There's not a lot of questionable symbols. All the numbers are legible. All the colors are contrast well, even on the translucence. And all the dice are colored in very well. So Ghost Rider and Green Goblin getting a Spidey villain and a neutral hero, possibly anti-hero, depending on your views. I like the Ghost Rider. I wish they would do more with the cowboy version, but can't get everything. We got Deadpool and Loki. A lot of people like Deadpool. I've never understood the attraction there. I think he's kind of a silly character, and I'm certainly not looking forward to the Deadpool-themed HeroClix set that comes out next month. Yeah, I guess that'll be for that. Oh, and then over here we've got Angel and Nova. Angel's looking a little bit, I don't know what he's got going on there. Long hair, open trench coat. Yeah, he's looking a little bit too relaxed for my liking. And then Nova, that's a pretty sweet shot of Nova. I don't know if this is all original art for this game or if they're poaching it from other books and whatnot, but overall the art is pretty darn good. Mr. Fantastic and Thor, so hey, now I got Thor's hammer and I can hopefully get that working with Thor. There's some good mechanics in this game. I'm looking forward to seeing how much of the rule book I read and actually understood without actually having played the game. So there, another Thor and I should say another Venom and another Loki. Marginally better distribution. Well, I guess you can't really hose up distribution in a... Quit your fighting! Because you can't hose up your distribution too bad on just two cards per bag. So here we got another Beast and Hawkeye. Hawkeye is one of my faves. He's purple. You got a nice purple die here. And again, his symbol on the die cut in really nice. Got another Deadpool and then a War Machine, James Rhodes. War Machine is one of those, I have low tolerance for shoulder-mounted weaponry, so I've never been keen on him. But, he does well in the movies, he's popular in the comics, and his clicks are always competitive. So, hopefully his die will be equally competitive. And then we got, Dr. Doom. Gotta like some Dr. Doom action. And Silver Surfer. And again, these cards are just getting pretty mangled even out of the pack. These went straight from the booster case to my house, and they just came out of the booster case already mangled. So these are getting bent at the factory. So I'm pretty sure this is what you can expect. Across the country with your packaging. It's not like I ripped these up or anything on the way home. One of my favorite, I like to think he's a hero. Magneto, he's just misunderstood. Magneto, Bester from B5, stuff like that. They just have a different way of looking at things than what you're supposed to believe are the real heroes. So I'm hoping to do a good Brotherhood of Mutants if I can get, if they do enough of those. But otherwise, Magneto is pretty much an auto include for any type of stuff that I build. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, one of my favorite of the Mystic characters in the Marvel Universe, and another War Machine. So, now what are you up to? My cats are just dying to be included in this video. So Doctor Strange, an expensive figure, as he should be. I'm definitely going to have to build around him, I think. I like the concept of this game. 8 cards and 20 dice. I think it's a nice evolution from the Warriors concept. You know, it's a deck builder kind of thing as opposed to just the randomization of Warriors, and it's the theme is awesome. When this game was first announced, and I thought it seemed to be it was just going to be Marvel Warriors, I wasn't at all keen on it. But as they've given more previews and talked about the combat system and everything, I changed my mind, and I'm really hoping for good things from this game. So we got another Angel and Cyclops, Slim. Yeah, not keen on Cyclops or Angel in general, so I probably won't be running that heavy an X team. Another Magneto and another Mjolnir, so some duplicates, but you know, like I said, I got people to trade with, so I'm not too worried about it. And even if I don't work out any trades, this was just not that expensive a game, so I'm not worried about it. Another Hawkeye and another Mystique, so, you know, getting to the end of my 20, starting to see some more consistent duplications. But, you know, I'm not that worried. This is an inexpensive game. And then last pack, finishing it off, Professor X and Gambit. So, overall, this was a pretty X-Men and neither X-Men nor Avengers heavy break. This got Prof X, Gambit, Rogue, Magneto. He's technically a villain, I guess, for this in general, but for the purposes of this storyline, he was heroic. Got Deadpool, Colossus. So a lot of good X content here. Then on the Avengers side, got Hawkeye and Captain America, Doctor Strange, and then some of the neutral stuff, like I said, Doctor Doom, one of my favorite villains, and you know, Green Goblin for a little smattering to go along with Spidey, and then Ghost Rider, you know, he's neutral along with Silver Surfer. You know, he doesn't stick with any one team for very long. He's been an Avenger, he's been a Defender, he gets out there. He gets around, he is the Surfer. So there you go, that is a quick look at the contents of the base box and a 20 booster break. If you guys want to see some gameplay, let me know. I'm going to be getting into this game, and I'm going to be wanting to get a lot of games in, so if you guys want to see it, I will definitely try to record one or two and put it up there. Alrighty.